GPA is the first international organization that have given my foundation grants.
Just 16 persons were selected for this second round of the support by GPA, and I was lucky to be one.
GPA has become a solution to so many problems that our youths in Nigeria are facing.
The way to greatness can start from a little beginning. Opportunities, when they come, should be utilized well.
Global Philanthropy Alliance (GPA) develops young social entrepreneurs in Africa by funding youth-led or youth-engaged organizations. GPA began in 2006 after Ann Peterson retired from the Kellogg Foundation as Senior Vice President for Programs.
I founded the Global Philanthropy Alliance, GPA, and the vision was that we would provide a resource for young people in the countries where we started to work, Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. We really wanted to start with young people because we believe that they're the future of any country, and it's very important to expect a great deal of young people and help them to be successful.
With the introduction of Cross River National Park, the whole area was gazetted, and the park management bent on protection. They don't allow people to collect resources from the park. So the whole livelihood of the people, the economic of the people was blocked. They can't get money from anywhere. The youth get to the bush, they were arrested. So, and there is no way, the people are not educated, there is no money, they can't fight government. So the tourists that came in now advise us, you can look for grant, we can help you get small grant. Just think of what you can do to help the youth here. And what came into our mind is to look for projects that can generate income using the environment. And then we decided to, from our experience, when we attend workshops and neighboring communities, we decided to go into beekeeping and snail farming.
GPA is committed to supporting young social entrepreneurs and innovative ideas, encouraging grant proposals from grassroots organizations in Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa.
Generally, I was just going around talking to schools and Okada members. I empowered Okada members. I empowered the market women at Agboju. I felt that my going to the schools to talk about HIV and all those things makes no sense. We gathered them together in my house. I started teaching them on how to bake. I taught them screen printing, book binding, tailoring, art and crafts. All these things they are learned in my house, even soap. So I have to use this opportunity to thank the organization for empowering me.
GPA provides startup grants to organizations whose purpose is to support youth motivation to acquire skills and advance their development so that they can contribute to the economic and social health of their families and communities.
The experience is actually uplifting because when you see young people begin to think beyond the poverty and begin to break out of the poverty trap, that to me is just wonderful. The second one is the one where the young people who otherwise depend on the forest products begin to produce things that are sustainable and that they can begin to sell and create business out of, which is happening in a village in Cross River State, I believe.
Some of our organization, what they do is actually do a survey of the area to ensure that the skill they are going to provide can be marketable over a period of time. So it has to be an organization that has had a clear commitment, demonstrated that it can do this or has done this, and needs GPA money to do it on a larger scale. And they are in it not simply to get money and train a few people and go away, that there is a clear commitment for a long-term support of youth social entrepreneurs.
Nothing is greater than the power of people to effect change on their own behalf. Youth can be powerful drivers for leading their families and communities towards sustainable change.
We discovered that the waste in Ibadan and of course in Nigeria about 80% of them are organic waste. And so what do we do with them? We decided that biogas can be produced from this.
What was remarkable about Chess was they had an idea that they felt could really make a difference to people in Nigeria. When it came to the Africa board, every single person on the Africa board from all 3 countries said, all of our countries really need this innovation. So we funded it.
To become a social entrepreneur, I think is to make good opportunity of this privilege I have for being one of the beneficiaries. I could be used as a case study for other members of the community, other youth members, to also copy what I've done and learn from me and also get established.
There are 2 things: access to the target group and then access to the community. They are 2 different things.
Today, for the first time, GPA has had funding partners at our meeting. We met with them before the learning session started, and they were there. And we're now talking with some of them there, and they are partners. They're committed. That is so exciting because none of us can do this work alone.
One person can't solve it alone, but I'm really happy that there are organizations in Nigeria, in Lagos, and all over that are doing so many things for our young people in order to build their capacity.
I'm so grateful to GPA. In fact, I was even lucky to be selected to come as a representative of the beneficiaries. I just imagine because throughout my period of stay in my community, since from when I was born, I've not seen any support in terms of scholarship, in terms of training like this or capacity building or support like this. So I want to say that I'm so grateful to GPA and they're actually doing a good thing.
Anytime I must be grateful to GPA because their grant really helped me. It helped me to train about 75 physically challenged persons. So anytime I see those people doing something to earn their living, I will continue to be grateful to GPA.
For more information, visit www.globalphilanthropyuline.org.